Hello guys, today I am going to tell you the drama Double Love. In its starting, we see a person who has just arrived at the airport at a time. Every girl who is looking at him is really stunned, and some of them are also making his photos as well. At that time, his secretary talked to everyone very politely, and but he didn't talk to everyone politely and he just left. At a time, we see another person who is also his double shot. At a time, he was also drunk. At a time, he just pretended to hold another girl just to provide, just to ignore or overlook the bodyguards. At a time, that girl slapped him and he ran away. And then we see that he also had something in his hand as well. And then we see that girl again saw him again at that time. He's not the same person, but he's the double shot, the same person whom he saw at that time. As soon as he saw him, she hold him and began to just scold him. At a time when he saw him, he didn't recognize her. At that time, she gave him an earful, and at that time he was just trying to overlook her, but he couldn't. At that time, we see that she shoved him a cubic box, that this is a cubic box which you have fallen. And at that time, when another lady came, and when as soon as she sees that cubic box, she said she asked him to leave, and then he left. At that time, his secretary asked her to come and just stop it. And then we see that him reminding that how in his childhood he had his again, you can say, something he has lost in the water. He again got it. At that time, we see that they both again met in the bar, and then we see that person who was home, she just had a fight. She is coming here to see again the person. At a time, that person already saw him, and then as soon as she came to know, she had a card, and at a time she with she came with that lady, and so she wanted to meet him. And then as soon as she saw him, he was wearing bath cloth. And at that time, as soon as they saw the cord, they just threw it on the bed, and then they all left. We see that girl alone again. At that time, the other person who just looking began to look at the tub. And then we see that how again they both who are really similar to each other, they both are driving the car. At a time, one of the person was trying to take that letter from him, but he couldn't. At a time, they suddenly couldn't control on their car, and the car fell down into the water. At a time, we see that they met with a terrible accident. And then when he woke up, he found himself into the hospital, and a lady around him. At a time, another man was also present. At a time, then he just saw them. And then again, we see a present in present, that person whom he hit in the tub just came out. At that time, he slapped him again, and then he passed out. When he again woke up, he was tied up with ropes around his hand. And at that time, the other person was holding a cubic box in his hand. At that time, we seen them again having a fight, and you can say that they a disagreement between them. At a time, he again hit him on his nose, and then as soon as he got hit, he again hit him and slapped him, and then he fell down. At a time, we see in this whole period, he left him there. That doctor was helping him. On the other hand, the other person who was starting up with rope, he able to escape from that rope. And then he came and as before. And then when he was about to go inside, she said that you are the same person, and then she began to fight. And then we see that girl now she has come here as a cleaning lady, and then now she is coming here to as an excuse of cleaning, so she will be able to keep an eye on him. At that time, we see her doing a lot of work or put up with a lot of things just to find out the person behind him. At that time, she also put a label in the man's toilet, so he won't be able to go inside man. So he had to go into the woman's, and as soon as he saw the woman, they won't be able to come out. And then finally, when all the women went away, he finally get out. And when he get out, all the women got surprised, stunned, that what is he doing here? And then everyone began to smile, and then his secretary made him see the CCTV footage, and then he saw that the girl did everything. And then again when he came back, he saw them both again. They that lady now is again now calling, and then we see them again having a dispute. And then we see that lady now caught up at a time. He insulted her and probably fired her, and then but he again came, and now he's also sobering him. And at a time he also presented project, and told him that this is the basic projectiles issues. Actually, in this meanwhile, she just wanted to know that what exactly is going on, and probably she is suspicious right now. And at a time we see him with her. At a time he asked him to take her out. At a time when she sat into his car, she also saw his mobile phone and began to message that lady who probably with that boy, with that businessman. And then he said, and then saw him driving. At a time we also see them both walking, and reminding at a time why our businessman also reminding the past about the past and everything. And then we see them both again, and at a time we see another lady. They both have come into eating, and at a time the girl is quite now disturbed. And we see that this person was also double short of this, but now that one, but he begins to like him, her. And at that time we see that them near the beach. At that time the girl closed eyes, and then she remembered about her past, and how she met that person that whom she began to like in her childhood. And then we see as soon as she opened her eyes, she saw another person of his duplicate. At a time he probably got exchanged. And then we see her again leaving. And then we see her sitting in the car again. Then we see the other one. Now he's trying to fall asleep, but he's taking going forth and back, but he couldn't fall asleep. And then we see that how he again got exchange when he was about to know the girl, and so he had to exchange with the other one. And then we see that how that girl, police came to her and told her that now that I have to arrest you. And then how do you like this story? Please tell me in the comment section. If you like, please tell me in the comment section, and subscribe for part 2.